What is the Epicurean Paradox Trilemma? Have you ever wondered how a good and powerful God can coexist with the reality of evil in the world? This question is at the heart of the Epicurean Paradox, also known as the riddle of Epicurus. This philosophical puzzle challenges the idea of a God who is all-powerful, all-knowing, and completely good. Let's break this down together. The paradox presents three main ideas. First, if God is all-powerful, then God should be able to eliminate all evil. Second, if God is all-knowing, then God must be aware of all evil. Lastly, if God is completely good, then God would want to remove all evil. The tricky part is that these three statements cannot all be true at the same time. If God knows about evil and has the power to stop it but chooses not to, then God cannot be entirely good. On the other hand, if God is all-powerful and good but does not stop evil, then God must not know about it. Lastly, if God is all-knowing and good but still does not stop evil, then God must lack the power to do so. This leads us to question the existence of such a God. From an ethical standpoint, this paradox raises important questions about good and evil, justice, and suffering. It challenges the moral frameworks that depend on the belief in a benevolent deity. Epicurus, who originally posed this dilemma, wanted to examine the traditional views of gods and morality. He suggested that if a god like this existed, evil should not exist. Since evil is a part of our reality, we must consider that such a god either does not exist or lacks one of these attributes. The Epicurean paradox also has practical moral implications. It encourages us to think about suffering and the human experience without relying solely on divine explanations. This can lead to alternative moral philosophies, like Epicureanism, which focuses on human happiness and avoiding pain through rational living and virtue. When discussing altruism versus egoism, this paradox invites us to consider whether moral goodness must come from divine will or if it can be understood through human reasoning and experiences. Some responses from theistic perspectives suggest that what seems like evil may serve a greater purpose. Others argue that suffering is necessary for developing virtues like courage and compassion. In essence, the Epicurean paradox presents a significant challenge to the idea of a God who is all-powerful, all-knowing, and all-good, especially in light of the existence of evil. It opens up a rich discussion about morality, suffering, and the foundations of our ethical beliefs.